Welcome viewers, this is Danny from LEGO Buff Productions, here with a LEGO Star Wars Rogue One set review. Today we have the AT-ST Walker, set number 75153, ages 8 to 14, and contains 449 pieces. Feel free to skip ahead to the part of the review you'd like to watch. You can click on the timestamps in the description if you're on a computer. The timestamps are also available in the comments if you're on mobile, or you can continue watching for the full video. For the playability features of the AT-ST, the legs are pretty much stuck in one position here. If you want it to stand up, you are able to articulate them at this one point right here. That's the only point of articulation, but it's really only for posing, as you can't actually really stand them that well. It's kind of hard to find the exact pose. You'd have to modify it if you want it to stand up and pose in different directions, but if you're taking a picture, you would be able to make it stand just for a little while if you'd like. Again, each side is like that, so only articulate in that one point. And then the top turret, though, does articulate, and you can go 360 degrees. It's just a simple knob mechanism here in the back. You just twist this knob, and the top turret part spins. That's pretty simple. You also have turrets on the side here. One is, I believe this is supposed to be like a grenade launcher. This can rotate all the way around if you want. And then this side is supposed to be just like a turret that can also rotate all the way around. This front turret here can move up and down like so. And then you have two spring-loaded missiles right there, and to fire those, you have these two cones in the back here. You just push in the cone, and the missile will fire out like so. You can also open up the top here. The entire top portion comes up. The side parts are kind of stuck there, so you'd have to look inside. You can see there's a little bit of storage in there, that sort of thing, and then space to put your AT-ST driver. So we'll go ahead and pick him up here, put him in. You can leave the pistol in his hand if you want. You can see he fits very nicely inside the cockpit. He has a little control unit there. The top flips down, and there you have your AT-ST. That does it for all the playability features. I'm going to rate the playability of this set a 4 out of 5 bricks. Although the legs don't really move, there are a lot of awesome cool features, including the opening hatch with the fully open cockpit in the inside, and I love how the entire top also comes up, so you have a lot of playability on the inside. It also has a bunch of turrets, spring-loaded missiles, rotating guns, and grenade launcher on the side. Overall, I think it's a great set for playing with, not to mention the head also swivels. Unfortunately, accuracy is the weakest part of this set. I'll be comparing it to a picture from the Rogue One trailer, as well as a few pictures from Episode 6, because it would be the same AT-ST. We'll start off with the legs. This is probably the most inaccurate part of this set. As you can see, the molding and the shaping of the legs are actually pretty accurate. However, the inaccurate part is the articulation points. On the set, the only way to articulate or move the leg is through this joint right there. That is the only part you can move it from. And in the trailer, in the movies, you can see there's probably a point of articulation here and somewhere down here, so you get that really cool walking movement motion like the chicken walkers they're famously known as. And another thing is when they're walking, you can especially see this in the Rogue One trailer, is that the head is not attached solidly to this where it can only rotate side to side. It's on some sort of a gimbal, so when in the trailer you can see it's leaning, the legs are leaning a little bit this way, the head is still straight, so if I were to like pull the actual head off of it, it would be like that. So the head would remain straight while the legs are tilted as it's walking, and unfortunately this doesn't do that. And it would actually be fairly simple to build a makeshift gimbal with some hinges and ball and socket joints out of Lego. Now, the next part of inaccuracy, which you can again see in the Rogue One trailer, but it's a little more obvious in some pictures from Episode 6, is the shaping of this front here. First of all, there's some big gaps right here, and obviously those are not in the actual movies. These giant gaps you can see kind of looks black like that. And in the movies and stuff, it is not this significant of a slope. There is a slope, but it's very slight, and it's definitely not this sharp. So Lego went a little bit too overboard with the sloping. The guns on the side seem pretty accurate with like the grenade launcher and the little turret thing. Another inaccuracy point which we see on a picture from episode 6 is this top part. The hatch does open like it does in the movie. However, there's only 2 bars right here that you can see like that. But in the movies, it's actually like a flexible bar and it's a circle. So Lego could easily have done that with one of those flexible tubes. Just put a circle around there instead of having these 2 bars. But that pretty much wraps it up for the accuracy part. Again, the huge part is just the leg movement that really differentiates the Lego set from the actual vehicle we see in the movies. I'm going to rate the accuracy of this set a 1 out of 5 bricks. The legs are the most disappointing part, however the shaping of the front combined with the inaccurate top makes it one of the most inaccurate Star Wars sets we've seen in a while. This set contains 3 minifigs, the first being an ATST driver. He is printing on the front of his torso and the front of his legs, and printing on the back of his torso. He also has a double-sided face, the first side with a smirk, and the other side with a more serious look. The helmet that he's wearing also has printed goggles or visor on the top there, and he's holding a blaster pistol. Next up is a Rebel Trooper with printing on the front of his torso, and some very light printing on the front of his legs, as well as some printing on the back of his torso. He also has different color arms than the torso. They're more of a light yellow color, and he's holding a blaster with a friction pin on the end of it. He also has a new Rebel helmet on top there, with some sort of logo printed on that side. Finally, we have Baze Malbus, one of the new main characters in Rogue One. He has some very detailed printing on the front of his torso and the front of his legs, as well as some printing on the back of his torso, which is covered up by his gun pack, which attaches to the brick-built gun that he is holding in the front. With his gun and pack removed, you can see the full extent of the printing, especially on the back there. And he also has a double-sided face. The first side he looks content, and on the back side he is very angry. I'm going to rate the minifigs as a 5 out of 5 bricks. I love the new helmet included with that Rebel Trooper, as well as the new torso printing and leg printing. Makes it a phenomenal minifig, and the ATST driver is great as well, with all the printing on the legs, front and back of torso, the helmet printing, love it. And of course Baze Malbus with his awesome gun and backpack and all of the cool printing on him. I just absolutely love these minifigs. This set is interesting when it comes to value. Although it is below the 10 cents per piece mark at only 8.9 cents per piece, which is great for a Lego set, I think it's a pretty pathetic set. You only get 3 minifigures for $40, and only one of them is the main character. It would have been nice to get maybe another Rebel or some Stormtroopers. Also, the set is very inaccurate, especially when it comes to the legs. Although there's a few playability features, it does not make up for the inaccuracy and the lack of figs. Therefore, I'm going to rate this set as a 2 out of 5 red bricks when it comes to value. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this set review. Don't forget to check out my channel for some other awesome Lego videos, including all of the new Rogue One set reviews, and have a great day.